I guess my vision would have started back when I got here 4 years ago and started looking at the culture of what used to be called the Louisville Deaf Oral School and is now Heuser Hearing Language Academy and Heuser Hearing Institute. You know, going back and seeing the history of what we've been able to accomplish and what was accomplished before I got here has been truly amazing. What the technology differences that we've gone through.
Heuser Hearing Language Academy provides early intervention, preschool, and kindergarten for children that have hearing loss. The thing that I would like to most tell parents about Heuser, and I think one thing that really stuck with me is one parent of a deaf child told me, Heuser is Disney World for children who have hearing loss. They walk in, they're free, they're happy, they belong. Everyone here, they don't have any worries because they're all the same. They all have something on their ears.
My son Jackson has been involved with Heuser since he was 2 years old. He is severely deaf. He has a cochlear implant on the right ear and he has a hearing aid on the left ear.
When parents come in here, they're often very devastated. The parents don't understand deafness. It's foreign, and the one thing that we do give them is that hope, that if they walk with us and they follow us, we will give them that hope. They will hear their child's voice. They will communicate with their child.
So he's just been activated for a few months and he has just taken off. His speech has become so clear, and I really can say that it's because of being at Heuser every day that he's doing so well with his speech.
I know that is the one thing that Heuser gave me that I will never forget, is I knew my child because of Heuser, and that's priceless.
When we opened the clinic, it was to provide more expertise in audiological care to the children at the school. Any revenues that are generated over the clinic through diagnostic care or through the sale of hearing devices, those that are in surplus are put towards expanding the programs for the children at the school. One of the best things about having an institute that's now becoming nationally renowned, as well as the school becoming internationally renowned, is the fact that we have two of the largest hearing aid manufacturers in the world do parts of their research and development here at the clinic. And that synergy is what helps us look at our curriculums and make sure it's designed in such a way that the kids are receiving the best and the latest technologies in science. The funding from the school is actually a really great story. All the funding from the school is raised through private donation or foundational support, in addition to the revenue that we receive from our clinic. We have lots of partners in town, like the Louisville Ballet, the Louisville Orchestra, Heuser Charities, Geens Institute, Norton, and Crusade. And so all of those, plus many, many more, so many to name, enable us to continue to provide this educational support for these children so that they're able to pursue their academic goals.
We decided that we were going to adopt a fourth child who has bilateral oral atresia and missing both ears and had no hearing and no language. And one of the things that we knew we were going to desperately need was a loner Baha. We did not know if that was going to help my daughter or not, because we had no idea if she was going to have any hearing, so that if her cochleas did work, she could have hearing. And when we got to Heuser, they just opened up the doors, they welcomed us, they promised us she would have a spot here. We felt so confident going to China to bring Abby home, knowing that we had the family at Heuser. People there were so friendly and just excited for us. They couldn't wait to meet Abby.
The thing about Heuser, you don't know it's here until you need it. But the thing is, with children who are deaf, hard of hearing, you have to get them earlier intervention as soon as you know there's a hearing loss. There's a language window and it closes fast. We understand that here. That's why we want them here. We know every moment is meaningful and we use each moment here. to teach them language and development. So when they walk out of here, they are the best version of themselves. We have done the best we can do, and we make sure that they know that they can be the best.
When my husband put the Baja on her, the loaner from Heuser, she was playing in the hotel with my other children, and my husband slipped it on her, and she just immediately started singing. It was just babble because she had never heard before. She had no language, but she was singing and jumping, and we knew she could hear.
When I got pregnant with Julian, it was just a normal pregnancy. You know, I really didn't have any issues or anything like that up until the last few weeks. When I went in for like my 36-week checkup, he was his fluid was low, and so they were confused about what was going on. So when I delivered, I didn't see anything different. I thought he was just a normal baby who just looked funny, and I said, "Oh, you just so funny looking," but he was cute in his own way. So I later found out a couple hours after I had him that he was born, he actually had Down syndrome, and I was distraught. You know, you ask the question why, and you really just don't understand. But as he got older, he had his own developmental delays where he didn't walk right away, he didn't talk right away, and still to this day, he doesn't really communicate very well, but he does know words, thank God to Heuser, and their speech program. And you know, you guys, I love the fact that you don't only just serve the deaf and hard of hearing, but you actually help those who cannot speak, who are mute, I guess you can say.
For my daughter, who was also deafblind, this was considered her happy place. And I think what impressed me the most is every teacher in this building knows every single student, knows their modality of speech, whether they're sign or voice, and knows where we want them to be. So no matter who runs into them in the hallway, we're pushing for their communication goal.
I have a unique situation in that I am a teacher here at Heuser, and my daughter also attends school here. She is 4 years old, and she is in the Hearing Peers classroom. She has gained her confidence here at this school. She's come out of her shell, and I think that's because she's allowed to be who she is.
Heuser sets itself apart from other schools for the deaf because we have that family and community that I don't think a lot of other schools have. We have, we're a large community in Louisville, but we also stretch out for different counties that surround Louisville and even over the bridge to Indiana. So we have a homely feel and a big population.
Just the fact that they offer so much as far as musical therapy, ballet. You know, kids with hearing issues, they have an issue balancing. So ballet helps them balance with just standing up, and it's just so awesome. And then also music. He loves music. Those three areas are like his strong areas, which is art, music, and dance.
I feel like Heuser is more than a school, that I feel like we're a close family.
Julian has been at Heuser for about 1.5 years now, and within that 1.5 years, I have seen dramatic changes. When he first started, he didn't even know how to even listen to direction. The fact that he's talking and saying words.
Heuser has been amazing and a major part of his journey. They have helped in every way of guiding me through the process of knowing where to start, and even helping me when his loss progressed to the point of needing a cochlear implant. And his preschool teacher was the first to notice that he was not hearing, he needed some help. And they've just been amazing, and he's come a really long way.
Abby has been at Heuser just about 1 year. We've adopted her in March of 2016, and she went from not hearing, having no language, understanding nothing, and 1 year later, you can hold a conversation with her. I think one of the best things is that my daughter walks around with no ears, doesn't feel awkward. It was never made fun of. She's comfortable. It's just amazing that she's safe here, and her vocabulary just increases daily. She's just amazing, especially in just 1 year, and I cannot wait for her to come back next year. I'm just excited to see what will happen in 1 more year.
Like, he is ready to interact with hearing peers and can hold his own and really do anything he wants.
You know, because it's such a joy to know that my son enjoys coming to school. The fact that I used to have to drag him at his old school, kicking and screaming to class, and now he's running from me to his teacher. He has so much personality. Heuser has given him so much personality.
I would say my advice for a parent who's just finding out that their child has been diagnosed deaf or hard of hearing, come to Heuser Hearing Institute. They will guide you in every point of the process, get you where you need to be, help you understand that your child is going to be able to do anything, that being deaf does not mean that they won't speak. Being deaf doesn't mean that they cannot have a regular interaction with everyday peers.
Every parent that comes in the door, they're on a journey, because when you find out your child is deaf or hard of hearing, you really start a very long journey. When you hear that, oh, my child is deaf and I get a cochlear implant, they're gonna hear, people think, oh, it's over. It's not over. Because getting an implant or getting hearing aids or getting a Baha, that's hearing artificially, that's hearing mechanically. And this, really the job is just beginning. You have to teach them how to hear through that. And that's where Heuser steps in. With all the new technology, now it's our job to train the parents as well as to train the child. And it is a journey we are so happy to walk with them. And that's why really our symbol is the butterfly. Because when the child comes with us, they're in a cocoon and they're separated from the world and they can't speak and they can't communicate. And their mom is frustrated and their dad's frustrated and the child's frustrated. But then as we teach them how to listen and how to communicate, no matter what that looks like, they slowly start to emerge from that cocoon. It's hard work and it's a great journey, but at the end, they spread their wings and they fly away.